Everyone, Austin here. I want to talk about real life issues. I want to talk about particularly fear. Today, as I start this series off, there's not a whole lot of comments or suggestions for me as what to cover. So today, we're going to cover a issue that has been an issue and is prevalent in many cultures and societies. So, fear. Here we go. Fear, it's okay to be afraid. Do not be afraid of being afraid. Fear is a biological, psychological, and social event. Or, put them all together, biopsychosocial. It involves our body, our mind, and our interactions with other human beings. There are two main types of fear. Animal fear, which involves more of instinct things, and thinking fear, or human fear, where you think about your fears more so than your animal fears. Animal fear is things such as fear of the dark, fear of the forest, fear of animals, fear of drowning, fear of falling from a high height. These fears are more natural fears, and we think, yes, it is natural to be afraid of those things. But these human cognitive fears are fears that relate to our human desire to be accepted and our human desire and need for a purpose. So, why do we have human fears? Well, we have animal fears because it's instinct. We think to ourselves, it's logical. We don't need to explain animal fears. But these human fears, these cognitive fears, why do we have those? Well, those are fears that stem from our desire to be accepted and our need for a purpose. So, we fear rejection, inability, past experiences, judgment, commitment, failure, hatred, and many, many other things. Our fear of rejection stems from our desire to be accepted. Our fear of inability stems from our desire to have a purpose and a goal. We have to be careful in life sometimes of fear triggers. And we have to, as we get older, change our fear triggers in our minds, because what used to make us afraid doesn't anymore, because experience has taught us that we do not need to be afraid of that anymore. So, once again, going back to the beginning, if you're afraid, be strong. Fear is a normal part of human existence. Also, fear can be controlled. Because it is in the brain, as well as the body, it can be controlled. You are in charge of your body and your brain. You are the one that controls you. So, one of the main ways to control fear is the gate control theory. Now, it's used oftentimes for pain, but it also relates to emotion and fear. If you are able to shut out physical stimuli that cause you pain, you are also able to shut out more mental stimuli that cause you fear. Focus on something good, something here, something now. Be here and be now. And the future fears, or the fears that don't relate to your current situation, will step aside and let you focus, let you be here and now. Now, once again, nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear is a human emotion. If you have not experienced fear, that is, if you do not think you have experienced fear, you are lying to yourself. So, I suppose I'll end with this. People are often judgmental of other people who have fears. And they think, oh, that's hilarious. That person's afraid of heights, or that person's afraid of the water. When the results of those fears, or the causes of those fears perhaps, the things that would make us be afraid of those things, anyone's afraid of. If you're falling from a high building, you are going to be afraid. If you are drowning, you are going to be afraid. And while some people might say it's so silly to be afraid of heights, or the ocean, or other things, if they were in the situation that those fears try to prevent, they would be afraid. So, remember, fear is a biopsychosocial event. It's in your blood, it's in your body. It just is there. You can control fear. You can. Let yourself relax, go somewhere quiet or wherever is your happy place if you need to, and be there for a moment. Relax. Focus on something you love and let fear drift away. So, remember, it's okay to be afraid. You're not flawed if you are afraid. That's all. So, if you have anything you'd like to talk about, any issues, real life issues, things like fear, or if you'd like to post a video response to this as well, you can do that. But please, leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the video, what you're afraid of, what you use to cope with fear, and we'll have a discussion. Let's get some back and forth going here. So, as always, or as just now, I'm Austin. Peace and out. Talk to you later.